Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the new and improved episode 1 of Dungeon Defenders at the Deeper Wells. This is a continuation of the failed series for the Apprentice Solo level 0, going on from hard at a hardcore difficulty game mode, all of that whatnot. And this is the new and improved version, as that version had a lot of audio and other issues as well as video issues within it, and I have resolved all these issues, which is why this episode will be releasing very soon. And that's not the only thing that got a little bit of an upgrade. I've also upgraded the whole series as well. So instead of just the hard and hardcore difficulty gameplay that I'm going to be doing for this series, I have upgraded to an insane hardcore difficulty. Now I recall that in that video I completely disproved, or I completely showed my opinion that playing an insane playthrough was quote-unquote impossible. However, the fact that this video exists is there to prove it wrong. It is insane, I won't lie, that's why they called it insane, but it is possible, and I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how to do it in this new series. For those of you that don't know what this game is, let's just say it's a combination of a tower defense as well as an RPG game. So it's a tower defense with waves of, well, not zombies, but monsters like golems and orcs and archers and stuff. And an RPG base, how my defenses get stronger as my hero's level progresses. So quickly to chat about the strategy for this. I know this isn't the best way to defend this, but my strategy for this is that I don't have to run around a lot. And the reason for that being is I need to make sure that I get these guys kind of away from my towers as much as possible to reduce the damage they deal to them. Because these towers, they don't have enough health to take on these guys. So I have to kind of influence them by knocking them off and making sure they don't damage the towers more than they should or have to. And this is the method that I approve of doing this. So by knocking them off, you buy yourself some time to isolate one of these little goblin-y dudes, and then you just status stun them while the towers deal the bulk of the damage. Now, the damage you deal is like almost neglectable, but with the towers going along as well and you just assisting them from hitting it, it works pretty well. And then the biggest thing you need to check about is just these little idiots sometimes decide that they're going to go rogue and run around into the wrong direction, basically. So there you can see all of them following up this way, which means I have completely successfully gotten this under control. And if you do this good enough, you should be able to do it without your towers taking an iota of damage. It is intense, yes, I know, it is possible, but it does take a bit of practice and whatnot. Now, I really don't want this guy to die now. I want to save him for later kind of a thing, because I need to, you know, stretch out this round a little bit longer so that I can place and repair things as soon as possible. So with this dude, I have enough to quickly place a third tower, which should help speed up this process. And now I'll have the archer die, and I'll push this guy off this time. Do note, during this process, you are supposed to avoid any damage to your person, otherwise you won't be able to continue the series. So for as much as possible playing this map, you need to ensure that you are able to reduce the amount of damage, that's the correct way to phrase this, to a minimum to both you and the crystal. Otherwise it's going to be a very hard uphill battle for the following rounds and levels as well. Now with all that, this is now fully repaired and I am ready for the next wave. Now, when I upgrade this hero, I try to prioritize the damage and the attack speed of this hero to make sure that the towers actually fire fast enough to keep up with the load of guys coming in, as well as to, you know, help boost the damage that they deal. And if you get items like this, which actually improves the fire rate, it is a very good item to pick up. So I'm just going to quickly start off with defenses just to get this guy all sorted up. And I'd preferably like the other side to have more defenses than what I have on this side, purely to the fact that I tend to get a lot of more, let's say, traffic on the other ledge than I do on this ledge. So for now, that should suffice. I should be able to get and squeeze out a third or fourth tower up there by this choke point over here. And unfortunately, ooh, this one is also good. It makes me move faster, which is pretty decent. And any items you don't want, just leave it. It'll automatically be sold and converted into, like, let's say, cash. Easiest way to understand it. So with the items, yes, this thing is a lot of RNG based with the items that you get. If you get bad items, you're probably not going to be able to do very well. But if you get good items, that's where the whole thing kind of changes a little bit. With good items, you're able to manage this a whole lot better. Now, with things as it is now, these defenses is not going to hold. So I'm going to have to make sure that I disrupt this side so that I can quickly run off to the other side and ensure that it doesn't get blown through. So the most of what you're basically doing is you're just trying to thin down the, let's call it cattle a little bit. Make sure that there's not too much things trying to, and don't take damage. I just took damage. Not the end of the world, but preferably, whenever you can, try not to take any damage whatsoever. So they've already broken through this barricade over here, so if there's any gems, which there isn't, that would be a good time to, you know, charge them. This one here is almost broken as well, so if I can get a few more gems from them. Okay, they have broken through here, which means I need to very quickly refuel this barricade over here. So let's, come on, kill it. There we go. Please don't hit me. Okay. I need to get to that side very quickly, because there's one goblin that managed to squeak through, and he is hitting my towers. Okay, they have broken through this barricade, but it's fine. It's only this one archer, I believe. 2 archers and a little bit more. Alright, so let's quickly replace this and repair what can be repaired. There we go. So that is good. Let's check these boots. Are these boots good? They are absolutely atrocious. I want to keep one of these alive again, you know, with the little trick that I do. There we go. Just want to grab up as many of these as I can and start putting up defenses on this side again. Mostly is the more time you can buy close to an end of the round, the better. It gets a little bit harder to do that later on, but in general, the more time you buy, the better it's going to be for you. It seems like both of the archers are following me, so they're kind of aggroed. Rightly so, though. I have kind of interrupted their little peaceful times. These guys deal an insane amount of damage, actually. Alright, go on to the towers now. There we go. Okay, that ended up going a lot better than you would actually understand. So for what I like to do is I'd like to push 1 into defensive health, and I'd like to increase the damage now as well. However, the issue with what happened there is generally I would get 2 levels, but because I got hit just that one time, I don't get that full 2 levels. This is insanely good, which means I will be equipping this. That's going to help deal a lot of damage. With that said, I now need to upgrade one of these, and I think that is going to be the candidate for my upgrade to try and get this side sorted. So with this one upgraded, it'll shoot faster, and it basically gets like a +2 boost in damage, fire rate, I think range included, and all that whatnot, which makes that a very good one. I'll keep that for later, and these here. Now, I don't have enough to upgrade another one, but I do have enough to kind of delay them just that teeny weeny bit more. There we go. So with all this setup, it's not the best, but it will hold out. And that's all that you kind of need, just to make sure that the defenses you have holds out until the next round. Okay, so these guys are fine. I'll leave them be. I need to get this side here, though. I need to make sure that these guys here don't deal a lot of damage. So knock these guys. Actually, I should knock off this group here. Try not to take damage this time. Okay, already they've broken through this one barricade over here, so let's knock these guys off quickly. All of them off. And replace that one quickly. I think the other one has almost fallen already. There we go. Let's see if we can get enough gems here for an upgrade. Not yet, unfortunately. Let's see over here. Do I get enough for an upgrade? And I do. So let's upgrade this one here quickly so that it can help deal a little bit more damage. And then you knock them off so that you can get this one here repaired again. You need to get a little bit more then. There we go. And I think that is one of the last few. There's archers sniping out the towers on the other side, which is unfortunate, but not a lot that you can do about that. So let's quickly set up this one here as well, and then place this here. So this is in preparation for the ogre round. You would at least want 2 of them, and I would say 2 dedicated towers shooting at the ogre, basically. Let's quickly gather up the stray over here. They've completely broken through, and they're now targeting my... Let's just knock these guys off. There we go. Because they're not targeting the actual towers themselves already. As you can see, the range is a little bit of an issue. At the moment, that is. Alright, so this has gone pretty small. I haven't taken any personal damage, which means this is all pretty well received, let's put it like that. And with that, I should be jumping up 2 levels again, or maybe it's just 1 and almost 2. Yeah, 1 and almost 2. So the damage on this is insanely good. I'd like to increase the health and the range as well as the fire rate of things, and then I'll just add some more into damage. Even though the damage is good for what it was at, I still would like to have some more damage for whenever I get a better piece of equipment and it just doesn't, you know, cater to the damage anymore. So now, with everything that I have, I still do not have this fireball tower unlocked, which is a bit of an issue. However, it's not that big of a deal. I just need to make sure that I last 1 more round and I should be fine. And with that, I would suggest adding more firepower to this segment over here to ensure that this ogre does not able to break through at all. So this entire area over here should be fine, and I should now no longer care or worry about it. It should be able to fend for itself. I should, however, be worried about this segment over here, which I haven't given a lot of attention to so far. I'll just pick that up because I can't equip it yet. So this segment here would need a little bit more love. And first off would be for the defenses for the ogre. I need to make sure that they will be shooting at the ogre. And second off, I need to ensure that the defenses that I have here holds strong. And there we go. Now I just need to repair as much as possible for this segment here. Alright, the ogre on the other side is completely thwarted. This one here is now thwarted as well. There's a lot of guys over here, and I kind of want to knock back off of them, quite a few of them, just to give it some breathing space. The other side is still doing fine, so I don't have to worry much about that. The last blockade on that side has fallen, however, but even then I still feel quite confident. So let's quickly patch up this gap over here and buy us some more time. This guy's definitely aiming for me, so let's just knock one of them off, just to buy us that little bit more time to allow us to do some upgrades. So let's upgrade this tower here. This one is doing quite a lot of heavy lifting. And place another blockade over in here. Let's knock this guy off again to buy us some little bit more time. Again, there we go. And then go ahead and upgrade another one over here. And I would suggest upgrading this one that is also powering the ogre, or fighting the ogre rather. I can leave that archer to die, basically. I should be able to finish everything I need to before it causes more problems or damage. Let's put it like that. Oh, it's trying to snipe it, so it's still buying me time. Wow, what a nice guy. Alright, so quickly put up the defenses that I have lost. Just 2 should suffice. And, with the way this is going, I might as well upgrade this one over here as well. There we go. We are doing very swell for ourselves right now. Usually you don't get it so that these guys kind of even themselves out. Let's phrase it like that, where they kind of, you know, leave one guy left out so that you can kind of do this kind of a cheese. Generally, that doesn't happen, and I should be fine if that even dies, but let's try not, you know, jinx it by spending 20 crystals and then missing like 5 crystals to do any upgrades or something. Right, there we go. So I quickly want to repair this up over here. Alright, and now the fun comes, because now I actually get increased towers. So now my towers deal a additional amount of damage. I meant the fireball towers. They deal a massive amount of damage, included up on over the current defenses that I have. And the fact that I have the fire tower itself is going to be a very good boost in dealing with the loads of guys that's going to be over. Coming in, trying to break into my crystal, basically. I am a little bit nervous, and I think it can pick up, because I don't have a lot of time, and I'm trying to get all of these things sorted. You're not entirely sure how many times I have already attempted this level, so I am now very excited of how well this level has actually been going, and I'd like to keep it going well by trying to not jinx it. So let's quickly get rid of this one here, because I need to replace that with a fire tower, which is taking very slow to build. And I need to sell this one here for another fire tower. And now I don't think I have enough for a third fire tower, but I should be able to get enough very, 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 very soon. The thing is I don't have to worry about this side at all now. I just have to make sure I get some inputs from this. In fact, if I can push one of those golems down, it would be very welcome. Alright, I need crystals. There we go. So now if I place... Oh, I don't have... I need to sell you just for those big guys that is going to be breaking through soon. Oh, they're dead. Never mind. They are not breaking through anytime soon. That is amazing. Alright, we have managed to thwart this wave. A lot easier than I thought. I mean, just look at them getting absolutely destroyed. Okay, usually it's not this easy, I assure you. It's so easy I might as well just go run around and take a look at some new items that I have and maybe collect this chest that I couldn't get to. There we go, the round's done. This is the most effortless wave I have probably gotten myself into so far. I am very chuffed with how this one went. This is a very good, whatever, I think it was gloves. Very, very good gloves. That's what that was. Alright. I am very, very chuffed to bits with how this ended up. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. It was a little bit just me narrating exactly what I'm doing, and maybe a little bit of panic for like 50% of that entire thing, but I am glad that this ended up very well. It also ended up showing and proving that if you don't take any damage, I think I only took damage once, and it was at a level where I could afford to take damage. So I'm very happy. I'm even level 12 right now, so if I'm correct, that also means I have the shocking tower unlocked, and that's even before we move on to the next level. This is some insane stats, actually, if you think about it. Let's push that up, and I'll also like to just push up the shooting timing, and let's put up a little bit health in for myself, since I just have so many points available to myself. And yes, I have the lightning tower, it's available. That's pretty much it. Alright guys, if you liked this episode and enjoyed it, or you just got a few tips, or now you know, or you enjoyed the fact that I was able to do an insane playthrough on this thing, please leave a like or subscribe or comment down if there's anything that bugged you or what not. I appreciate anything that you guys send me. But until next time guys, goodbye. Alright, this is my stats after quickly going to the shopkeeper and just sorting out the items that I got, as well as the different things that I have. So as you can see, I do have quite a lot into my damage at range, as well as my personal cast speed and hero speed. So I am very confident with the next level.